morning. Now I'd like you to listen to these words very carefully. Alright? Empowering. Awesome. Aesthetic. Euphoria. Pain-free. Calm. Comfortable. Can you believe that these are the words that hypnobirthing mothers use to describe their birth? Can you believe that? No. Why? Most of the time we associate birth to pain. Yes, pain. Something very traumatic. You hope you don't have to go through it somehow, but you want some children. Alright? I like to share my birth story. Okay? I am a mother of 4. I have 1 angel baby whom I lost in a miscarriage before I had my 3 babies. Yeah, there you go. On my 3 hypnobirthing babies, I gave birth to them using this technique. Okay? I think positive birth stories are very rare. It is my dream, my vision to make positive birth stories the norm. I hope that in the next generations to come, when people think about birth, they will say all the positive words that I just described. Alright? Now, in 2007, okay, when I was pregnant with my second pregnancy, because I lost 1 baby in a miscarriage, now this second pregnancy was very precious to me. I knew that it is a blessing to be a mother. It's not something you want, you can have, So I had planned for a natural birth. I had no idea how. I stumbled upon hypnobirthing by attending a talk like this. And I was very curious. What is this hypnobirthing? Can it really help me have a natural birth? Is a positive birth experience possible? Even comfortable? I was very curious. I went for class and I gained a lot of knowledge from that class. And when it was time for me to birth, okay, in 2007, March 23rd, that was my wedding anniversary date, okay? My baby's estimated due date was around that date. So I had negotiated with my baby throughout pregnancy. I told my baby, look, Mom is very lazy to remember another date. Can you please come on the day of our wedding anniversary? Just celebrate together, okay? One less date to remember. That was my conversation with her. Okay? And she was really good. She kickstarted the labor on that day. In the morning, I started to feel the contractions. In hypnobirthing, we call them surges, very gentle words, okay? I started to feel the contractions, and I was like, all right, man, this is it. It's starting. All right, let's go to the hospital. And then I took my birth ball, like this, and I took a lot of stuff, and I went to the hospital, and I went, and the doctor checked, do a vaginal examination on me, and said, 1 centimeters. I'm like, what? 1 cm? From class we knew you have to be open 10 centimeters before the baby will come. The cervix has to be open 10 cm. And I knew 1 cm is too early, way too early. I should go home. So we went off, and because it's our wedding anniversary, so we went to celebrate. Okay, watch a movie, have a nice lunch. And by dinner time, the surges got more intense and more frequent. And I knew, labor is progressing. Alright? Now, I always feel the biggest mistake I made for that birth was that I informed my mother-in-law that I was in labor. She, being such a kind woman, she would cook dinner and she'd bring it over for us. Alright? But the problem was she did not leave. Okay? So what happened was this. After dinner, I went up to my room, because hypnobirthing, we always stress about staying relaxed during your birth so that you can have a comfortable experience. Right? So I was actually sitting on my birth ball, listening to my rainbow relaxation, swirling my hips like this. It was really, really comfortable. And then she kept coming in and breathed down my neck and go, how come you're still not going to the hospital? Hey, you all better go now lah. Already start already. Why you better go? Why you stay at home? Don't play. So I said, okay, Ma. I was in my mind. I was thinking, okay, if I'm not gonna get any peace and quiet at home, I better go to the hospital. Then at least I can get some peace and quiet there. Alright, so I went to the hospital. I admitted to the hospital, and then you will see there, around midnight when I admitted, I was 6 centimeters dilated. So that was really good, more than halfway there. And then finally, I get some peace and quiet. So I went to sleep. So you see the photos, I was still sleeping, very, very relaxed. And then about 1:30, the next photo, yeah, you'll see that, I was, labor was chugging along, I was on my ball, I was very relaxed, I was able to pose for the photo, with my husband, who was very supportive. And finally, at 3:30, 1.5 hours later, my baby was out. Okay, so baby was actually really good, okay, in the sense that she came 3 hours late, so I get to celebrate my wedding anniversary, and I still, it's not too difficult to remember the date, just one day off my wedding anniversary. Alright, so that was that first birth experience. It was a natural birth, drug-free, intervention-free. I didn't have a cut at the vagina. They call it episiotomy. Alright, usually a lot of doctors, they would do that routinely, just cut you at the vagina to make the opening bigger. Alright, I did not have that because I had discussed with my doctor prior to the day, that I did not want that routine procedure. I believe that if I birth gently, I should not tear, and I did not tear. I discharged from the hospital on the same day. All right, because birth, a pregnant mom, we're not sick. Birth is a healthy process. All right. So I did not stay in the hospital. And then do you know that Kate Middleton, she's also a hypnobirthing mother. And then recently when she had her second baby, she discharged from the hospital on the same day. And there was like a big hoo-ha in the newspaper, And then when I saw that news, I was like, hi, chair. I also did the Kate Middleton, The only difference was I did not have professional hairstylists and makeup artists. And I did not have paparazzi waiting for me. Like that. Okay, but I did that. Okay, all my births, I never stayed in the hospital for too long. Yeah. So then, I was like so empowered by my first birth experience. And I'm like thinking, hey, birth is easy, man. If I can do that, I can do anything. I can conquer the world. That's what I was thinking, And I go around sharing my birth story, only to be very surprised, shocked even, that the level of knowledge about natural physiological birth is very low. Very, very low. For example, I share with my friends, she's given birth 3 times. Every time she had a episiotomy. She had a cut. I told her, hey, did you know that actually you have a choice? You didn't have to do that? And she said, huh, really? You mean I can choose? I said, yeah. So now you know, right? So as I go around sharing that story, that's what inspired me to be a teacher. Okay, now I teach hypnobirthing classes because I think this kind of knowledge needs to be shared. And then my second birth and third birth all happened very fast, very easy, very comfortable. Okay, second baby, I got smarter. Tell nobody that labor has started. So this time, okay, I was able to labor comfortably on my own throughout the night. I was able to sleep, and my husband, he being a very good birth companion, all right, the first time he did everything the textbook birth companion would do, okay, because he went for hypnobirthing classes together, so he knew exactly what he had to do in the labor room. He was very supportive, very encouraging. But the second time round, because he knew that birth is so easy, okay, this is what he did during the whole process. He was sleeping. Occasionally, he opened one eye. Okay. Like that, okay, which was perfect for me. I need my space. I know I can do this, no problem, man. Okay, so I was very comfortable. And anyway, by the time I decided to go to the hospital in the morning, I'm like, okay, I think we have to go now, darling. Right, so we got up, showered, dropped my elder daughter off at my in-laws' house, then went to the hospital. I was already 9 centimeters dilated. Almost there, okay? My baby came out in less than an hour. My husband did not have time to do the registration. I told the midwife, my baby is coming, can he do the registration later? But very firm, okay? Just not talk. And my husband up here now. Okay, so anyhow, doctor didn't make it, okay? Almost didn't make it, okay? Last minute. I birthed all my 3 children in this position. Okay, I was kneeling, hugging my birth ball on top of the hospital bed. All right, and then last minute the doctor walked through the door. Okay, and I was able to joke with my doctor. I said, "Aya, doctor, I think my baby waiting for you lah," like that. Okay, and I birthed my baby in this position. Everyone looking at this glorious view here. And do you know why? Why being in an upright position makes such a big difference to when you're giving birth to your baby? It affects the comfort level. Does that make sense? To birth like this, or like this, or even standing, squatting, half squatting. You have the help of gravity. Makes things so much easier. Everything opens up more easily than if you are lying down, like what typically we are told to do, and then you have to push your baby against gravity. They're trying to make life very difficult for a birthing mother that way. Okay, so do not, I would say, stand up for your birth. Stand up for your birth. Literally have that vertical position. Okay, third baby, even faster. By the time the baby's head, the crown, okay, you can see it, took the baby out 5 minutes. Out it. Easy birth. So are you thinking, I think beating is an exception. She's just lucky. Some women, they give birth very easily. Right? She's just lucky. Is it true? No. I do not think it is luck. Okay? I think there is a lot of preparation that goes into preparing for your birth experience. Okay? The knowledge and the confidence that you need to have in yourself and your body and your baby to birth naturally. Okay? It is not luck. Women who have easy births are the women that have no fear. They do not fear the experience. Alright? HypnoBirthing is a childbirth technique. Okay? Just now I got some questions. Okay? HypnoBirthing is a childbirth technique that you can use no matter what location you birth. Okay? Whether it's at a hospital or at home, whether you choose a dry birth or a water birth, whether you choose a natural birth or a cesarean. HypnoBirthing is a childbirth technique whereby you understand birth and you take charge of it. You feel empowered by the whole experience. That is a hypnobirth. Okay? Now, what is the root cause for pain in childbirth? We hear it so many times, Everybody, when they talk about childbirth, they talk about pain. What is the root cause? The root cause is actually fear. When you're afraid, okay, your body tenses up. All the muscles tense up, and the baby has a hard time coming out against very tense muscles. What is the result? Pain. Pain. There is really no physiological reason for pain to happen in childbirth. What do I mean by that? Our muscles, okay, our uterus is a set of muscles. It should work like any other muscles in our body. Do all your muscles function properly? Yeah, without pain? Our uterus should do the same. It is doing what it's supposed to do. Now, sometimes you say, but sometimes our muscles do ache, right? When? When do our muscles ache? Yeah, after you overexert it, but never during the moment that you're using it. Okay? Now, question this. Have you ever seen a mother, after she gave birth, the day after that, she's like holding her uterus and she goes, "Ayo, muscle ache, muscle ache, muscle ache." Never. Never. So what does it mean? It means we are not overexerting those muscles. It's functioning within its range. Alright? So the only reason for pain in childbirth is fear. Okay? How do we tackle that fear? Now, how does hypnobirthing work? Okay, everyone is very curious about hypnobirthing. Hypnobirthing, the hypno stands for hypnosis. Okay? Hypnosis is a natural state of the mind. But to a lot of people, they are thinking this. Okay? You start to see panic across the room. Oh no, he thinks going to do this. No, I don't know how to do this. Okay, that is stage hypnosis is for entertainment purpose. Alright? Hypnosis is a natural state of the mind. But what hypnosis does is it allows you to access your subconscious mind. Alright? And when you do that, you can actually remove some of these fears that you have in the subconscious. Okay? Now, a birthing mother might have two types of fears. Conscious fear and unconscious fear. Okay? Conscious fear may be, I don't know what to do. The fear of the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so you can tackle that by educating yourself about the whole process. So you know, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know my body will do this, this, and this. Okay, and then there's the subconscious fear. Okay, oh, what if, all the stories that you have heard over the years all gets accumulated and it affects your belief system about fear. So you can use hypnosis to tackle that. Okay, now, if once you tackle that fear, you are fear-free. What is next? We have to tackle the tension. So HypnoBirthing, there are a lot of techniques that we teach to help you achieve a deep relaxation very easily. Okay? So using self-hypnosis, using a lot of breathing techniques and relaxation techniques. So when the mother is free of fear, she's very confident with her body, even on the subconscious level, positive mindset, and she's relaxed. What is the result? Very comfortable birth. Very comfortable birth. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. So I really think that birth can be a positive experience. I have supported so many mothers, and I've heard all those positive stories. Okay? That to me is the power of birth, and the power of hypnobirthing is when a mother takes charge of her birth, alright? She embraces the power within her to bring life through her body. Thank you.